Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I'm just going to talk a little bit about myself before we get into the video. My name is Angie. I became a CPA a few months ago, so I feel like I have a lot to offer you as far as tips, help, anything I can do to help you get through this process because I'm so passionate about it. I am in my 40s and I waited, guys. I waited. I got my bachelor's degree in accounting in the year 2000. So, okay, it's been a while, but I finally decided in the year 2020 that I needed to step up my game and I wanted to get my CPA even after 20 years of being out of school. So, I did, however, go back and I received my MBA in 2015. So, as you can see, I am passionate about this subject. You'll see I'll probably turn red a little bit just because I wish I had someone to tell me some of these things I'm going to tell you, because the age I took the exam at, started studying, I'm already a mother. I've already been in the accounting field for over 20 years. So to take that leap, yes, it was scary. Yes, it was hard. And yes, it was expensive. So once you commit to this, guys, you have to get through it. You have to just get through it. You're going to be so happy with yourself. You're going to be able to go places you never even thought you could go career-wise. So that was the main focus for me, is that I'll be honest, I needed a higher paying job. I'm always going to be honest with you guys. That was my main focus, having kids that are going to start college. And we just went through the year 2020. I started a new job that year because, the job I was in, the company closed. So to me, I told myself, now's the time, Angie, you have to do it. If you want to succeed, I was succeeding already, but if I wanted to get to a level where I could honestly say, I feel happy with myself, and now I feel like I can help my family more, then, I just did it. So I got a job with a CPA firm and got inspired to go ahead and get the review material. I used Becker and I used something else that I will tell you about. So in the year 2021, I committed. I said, I'm going to do the study and I'm going to take the exam. So here are 5 tips that are going to help you pass the exam. And these are going to be good tips 10 years from now. These are tips that can help anyone. They can help you if you just graduated college. They can help you if you've been out of college 24 years. So, and these are all related to things outside of the exam room. My next video will be tips while you're in the exam. These are going to be tips, not related to the exam day. So number 1, you do not have to watch every single video that they give you in the exam study material. So for the exam material I was using, the review material, they went by the book, people. They went by the book. So this is kind of a gotcha. In my college, my professor said a gotcha was something, that sticks out. So this stuck out to me because they go by the book, which means you could open your book and skim the chapter. If you already feel comfortable with that material, why are you going to spend, let's say, 30 minutes watching another person, who's done this 30, probably 40 years ago, read the chapter to you in a funny voice and tell you you need to highlight this, this, and this? You don't have to do that, people. When you look back at that book, almost everything in there is going to be highlighted. So what was the point? What I'm trying to say is, for example, in FAR, You've been in the accounting industry a year, 2 years, 3 years. You already know what an adjusting journal entry is. Just skim over that material in the book yourself. If you feel like there's something, oh, I didn't know that, or that's new to me, write it down yourself and make a note. Okay, make a note for yourself. And then you don't need to watch the video about that material. You can go on and spend your time going to something that you don't know anything about. So I wish that's something someone would have told me beforehand, because during FAR, which was the first exam I took, I felt like I had to watch every video. I felt like I had to do every single study question and practice test. But I did not have to do that. I had already worked in the accounting field 20 years. I knew how to do a bank reconciliation. I know how to do journal entries. So why was I putting myself through that? I should have focused more on GASB, which is the government accounting, and the nonprofit. So that's an extra tip for you, government and nonprofit people. Okay, like I said, I do get very passionate about this. So do what feels comfortable for you. If you're spending hours a day watching these videos and you're going to see they're just going to be going by the book and telling you what to highlight, okay, do it for the important things that you feel like you need to see someone else go over it, because they are helpful in certain circumstances. So, needless to say, when I got through FAR and went on to audit and tax, I was doing most of my studying through the book myself, making notes, and also watching videos on what I thought I needed to watch the videos on. So don't let it feel like you have to watch every single video because you spent over $2,300 for the review course itself. It does. It makes you feel like you need to get all the benefits from it. But that's just one tip, people. And I will show you something else. This is how thick the FAR book is, okay? One of the partners at the firm I worked for graduated a year or two after me. She showed me her book because she immediately got her master's and 2 years later took the exam. People, her book was probably this thick and half the size. It was cut in half like this and, you know, about that thick. So today it's getting bigger every single year because there are new regulations. There are new tax laws that come out every year. So the books are going to get bigger every year, people. Do not wait. Do not be like me. Do not say, oh, it's going to be easier because I'm going to have experience. No, it's only going to get harder because the material is increasing. Therefore, the review material is going to increase. Okay. So tip number 2 is to take practical notes. What this means is I did start out taking notes in like a paper notebook, but then I didn't want to carry around that notebook everywhere I went. You know, I wanted to take notes where I could have them in the car. I could have them when I'm waiting on my son to get out of school. So what I started doing was using these folders and doing all of the mnemonics on the folder so that I could read out easily what I needed to read. And these could stay safely in, you know, my visor. I could put them in the trunk and easily get them out when I needed to. So again, taking practical notes. This is what I did for every book. I had about 4 of these where I wrote my own notes, especially the mnemonics. Again, this is government, a lot of government notes. This really helped me because I could see it in my own words and I didn't have to flip through a notebook 20, 30 pages, okay? So that, and then took pictures. I could take a picture of this with my cell phone, and while I'm at work, I get a 10-minute break. Guess what? I can look at the pictures on my cell phone. If you see something on YouTube or on the internet that you think's important, that's going to help you, take a picture of it You can scroll through your pictures as study material. So again, take practical notes. You can also do the flashcards that Becker has, and some of the other review materials have flashcards. Those are great. I love the flashcards because, again, you can do it while you're a passenger in a car. You can do them on your break at work. You can make your own flashcards, which I did for some material. I made my own flashcards. And don't repeat what Becker or your other material already has. Do new flashcards with new material. Okay. Whew. Number 3, if you have to use a secondary review course. Okay, being straight up and honest, people, every exam, 4 exams in the CPA, 4 exams, the first time for every single exam, I made a 74 on every single exam. I get passionate because I can remember back to that day, my first exam with FAR, making a 74. It hurts, it hits you hard. You've dedicated your life and your money to these exams, okay? So I feel like I can help you because I went through this already. I've made that fail grade, and then I went back and passed. I know how hard it can be. It's hard. You want to give up. You don't want to spend your money over and over again for these exams. I've been there, so I feel like I'm someone that can help you if you're going through this. So when it came to audit and BEC, I needed someone else to help me understand certain materials coming from those subjects. So I did. I went to a second source who was this person, I-75, Darius. He has videos on YouTube that are free videos that can help. Just be careful, like with tax, because obviously every year the tax brackets change and the exemption levels change and all that, but the concept is still there. And he did examples of questions that can help you see it differently, okay? So that helped me with audit and BEC, which right now I'm not even sure if I know BEC is changing and you're able to pick your own, but if it has anything to do with technology, let me tell you, Darius was the best one I could find about explaining some of the technology. So that was number 3. For example, in the technology area, what is an evil twin? An evil twin, I never even heard of it. It was not in any of the study material. They were just upgrading the back exams, I feel like, every year and including more tech stuff, but the review courses were not keeping up. So I did struggle with BEC. I took it more than twice. It was my last exam. You know, it almost got me. It almost got me, I'm not gonna lie. I kept going. Okay, I'm sorry this is gonna be a long video. Number 4, you do not have to have a study partner. You can ask each other questions during your break. You can do flashcards together, but do not get on a plan where every day you're going and looking at the same videos and you're studying the same chapter. Do it yourself, but if you want to ask each other questions or show each other notes, that's great. That is perfectly great. Okay, number 5, set your exam date. So this is a big one because when I was taking the exams, you know, we had to pass each one within 18 months. We had 18 months to get all 4 passed. Now you have, in most states, 3 years. I'm so happy for you guys. I can't even explain how happy I am for you because it got me, people. I almost had to retake FAR. And you guys have seen that book. You know that it's a big exam and anything could be on that exam. To me, it was one of the easiest exams, but it can have the most amount of, you know, things that you have to study. So, set your exam date. Do not say, oh, I'm going to wait and set the exam when I feel comfortable. No, because when you set your exam date, you're going to be committed. You're going to have a goal. You're going to say, look, I have 2 months to get through this review material. I have 2 months to feel comfortable, and then I'm taking the exam. I've already set my date. And guess what? If you're not 100% ready, it's okay. You're going to go to that exam. You're going to get a feel for what it is and what it's like. And even if, like me, you make a 74, okay, it's going to take time. It's going to take a couple days, but then you're going to say, you know what? That's okay, because now I know what it's like. I've seen what's on there. It might be a different subject next time you take it, and they do change, but I will tell you, I swear I had an exam that had half of what my first exam had. So I was glad that I took it sooner rather than later. So like I said, give yourself a commitment to a date on these exams. Do not set your exam 6 months from now. I'm saying 2 months, 2 or 3 months for each review course, for each book. Okay, because you could be one of the people who do not pass on the first time, and you're going to have to get these done before your time frame is up. So I will give you an extra tip, okay? And this happened to me. These exams cost money. In my state where I am licensed, over $325 a test, plus a fee, I believe, of $75 each. That's a lot of money, $400, and I had to take each exam more than once. So do not be surprised. Give yourself a good, stack of extra cash that you're going to put aside for these exams, because not everybody's company is going to reimburse them or is going to help them pay for this, is going to help them pay for the review material, okay? I got the review material through my work, but because I left that job within 2 years of, having them pay for the exam material, I had to pay it back. $2,400 I had to pay it back, okay? I had to pay over $400 for each exam. Okay, this is real life. It's a struggle. It really is. And I do believe jobs should help you more, but, hopefully you'll be able to find one that does help you out or gives you a bonus afterward or something. But afterward doesn't really help. Okay, you need it now. You need it before you even sign up for your first exam. So, as you can see, guys, I'm very passionate. I want to help while it's still fresh. Like I said, I just got my license a few months ago. I have a lot to share, My next video will be tips on exam day, things you can do, things you may not even ever heard before. Okay, I'm going to help because I'm passionate about this. I want to help you increase your pay, increase the amount of things you could put on your resume that are going to help you. If you're 20 years old, if you're over 40, I believe I can help you. I can give you tips. I can be that person that says it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel like a failure, but guess what? You're going to get through it. You're going to get it done, and we can do it together as a community. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos about this. And I thank you for taking the time out of your day for this. Have a great day.